Alrighty, boys. So we are back, and I actually have finished the questions, not questions, the lectures of recursion part 2. Now we are on to the practice questions. There are actually 5 of them, so yeah, let us take a look at them. Don't forget to drink your water though. I am not really drinking it these days because it's like uh, kind of cold, and I don't know, I don't really get thirsty. So okay, so we are full with that, and now let us jump on to the questions. Let us make another file, recursion basics pa java. Let's make a public class, and let us also make a main function. Okay. uh, so we have the first question in front of us, which is that for a given integer array of size n, uh, you have to find all the occurrences, basically indices, for a given element key, and print them. Use a recursive function to solve this problem. Okay, so basically uh, we are given, it's an int array, uh, which is 3 2 4 5 6 2 7 2 2, and let's say let's also define key for now. Let's say it is 2. So which we should get the output as this, this, and this index. So let's say let's make, okay, what should we return? Should we give a key, or should we, yeah, I think let's say let's not return something, let's just do it. Print occurrences with integer array and integer key. Okay, so first of all, let us just remove this suggestion. Let us focus on the question. So basically we want to find all the occurrences. So what can be done in terms of recursion? Okay, so first there can be, basically what we have to do is find our key in the array, and okay, I think we might also need to pass the index as well, because we'll pass the index. Basically we have passed the array, we'll pass the key, and we'll pass the index. So it will start from 0, and it will look for our thing. If it does not match, then it will just go ahead, and if it does, then we can print the index that we are on. So yeah, I think we can go like, we can call this print occurrences function. We can pass the array, we can pass the key. We can start from. Okay, so let us first call it, and let us say we have given an array, we are passing the key, and we are passing our index as int idx. So we are starting from 0, and so our base case will be no, not the base case, but it will be like, if it is the length of the array, then we can just return -1 if we did not find it, that is. So let me just print it, right? But we will print what? Should we print the index? What is happening right here? Okay. So I'm sure this is not going to run, obviously, but let's see what happens. Recursion B6 PA Java. Okay, semicolon. Not bad. Okay, so it is printing nothing. So what we are doing here is that we are just passing this array. We are passing the key. Okay. So we are we are not calling it. Let's say, yeah. No, okay. Anyways, let us just run it. Yeah, it just never exited because we don't have base case. So we can define if yeah, if it is just that, then we can just return. So okay, it will still give an error because I think we are calling it again and again and again, and it's being called here. So what it will do? It will just print the index. Nah, I don't think that is it. Okay, let me remove this, and okay, yeah. So first we need an if condition, that if array of our index is equal to our key, then uh, we should print our index, and then we can call it again. Yeah, so we are passing 0 here, so it will call this. It will check if this is true, it will check if this is true, and it will call itself again. It will check these, call again, do recursion, and we're good to go. I think we are good to go. Yeah, so we are getting the output as 1, 5, 7, and 8. So that is it for the first question. Let us move on to the second one. So question 2 says that you are given a number, for example 2019. You can convert it into a string of English like 2019. Use a recursive function to solve this problem. The digits of the number will only be in the range of 0 to 9, and the last digit of number cannot be 0. Okay. So that seems kind of complicated because we don't have a fixed number, right? We can be given an input as anything. So so we need to identify what is the digit. So will there be a bunch of if statements, like if index whatever, if it is 0, if caret this is 0, then print zero, or if it is 1, then print o and e, and something like that. I'm not really sure. uh, Let us just start by public static void print, or let's say to string, and we are given an input in number. uh, okay, yeah, it should be void, it should print the thing, so let us keep it that way only. And yeah, so first of all, basically we need to traverse the string and call this, like basically call that printing function for our first digit, and then go and then call the function again, so it will go to the next digit. And yeah, let me remove this. So what can be done? Let's comment this out, and let's say our number is equal to 2019. Now when we call the function, first of all, uh, it should recognize the first digit and then print it is English name or whatever it is, and then it should go to another. Okay, so that much is clear, but how do we even get to this number? Okay, can we string uh, str is equal to empty? I think we will need to what? Mm-hmm. A recursive function. We need to call toString again and again. So toString, toString, toString. But what work we need to do? If I cannot access number of 0 or anything, right? Yeah, we cannot. Maybe if we convert it to string, then what? String dot string of number. Okay, so if I call this, it should print 2019, right? Okay. Okay, my bad. What if we do this? Int cannot be converted to string, but I want to convert it to string. So does this work? Let me see. Yeah, it does work. So now let us start traversing through numstr. So let's say for uh, this, we need to check bunch of if statements. If num str, then this. And then the same thing again and again and again and again, right? So this, my bad. This is the time when I need your suggestions, Copilot, but you're failing me as an AI. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we need to do that. If it is this, then whatever, print that. And then print what? Maybe just print a space, I guess. Yeah. Yo. Mm-hmm. So that's not a recursive function, obviously. Let's try the 2 0. Okay, I should get rid of these print lns. 2019. Yeah. But we are not using recursion here. So how can we use recursion? That's an interesting question now. Let us say, let's give another number, 1947. The day, the year my country was independent. Anyways, so there should be some trick about recursion that we are not seeing here. And what must that be? I wonder. Okay. Instead of this for loop, we want something that is recursive. So, can we pass another argument or something? And let's say check for this index. But there, the number can be of any length, right? It's not just 4-digit number. Here given a number. Yeah, it's not. It's not a 4-digit number. Let's say I want to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then what? Illegal digit and octal literal? What the fuck? What do you mean, bruh? Okay. Yeah. So we don't know how much we want to travel. Okay. I think this can be written in like one or two lines of code, but I'm missing out on something clearly. We need to call this function again, 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 and again. But you also need to check for a condition, right? If it is this, then it will change. If it is one, that will change. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and look at the solution. Let me look at the first one though. Okay, yeah, first one is correct. Yeah, see, the second one is barely some line of codes. So we'll see. Let's see. So basically, they are making a static variable called string, and they are storing all these values in that. Basically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just a second. All right. So again, my bad. I had muted the mic and I was going on and on and on. Sorry about that. So basically, the last approach was not it. So we had to make a list, and let me just make sure it is. Yeah, it is actually uh, taking input. So yeah, we had to like take this list first, and then the base case was number as 0, and then we were returning it, and basically it's what I was initially thought thinking, that we take out the last number and then we call the function again, we take out the last number then we call the function again, and then we finally, when we have the number as 0, we'll return from there. So then it will print, start printing the digits and all. So that will print this. And yeah, also the reason why I went was Wi-Fi guy was here to fix it finally, fucking finally. It was like 2 or 3 days, and I had been irritated constantly. I was using my phone's data and also, yeah, anyways. Now basically we are on to the third question, and we have to print, we have to write a program to find length of a string using recursion. So yeah, let us find the length of the string. And I was thinking about it basically, that how can we do that. So again, we have to think from the recursion point of view. So I think these recursion questions are like more like solving on paper, and then because you can see again, it's just like bit manipulation. You have like barely 5-6 line of code, and then your problem is solved. But the more time goes in, how do you think about the question, and how do you formulate the question according to the recursion, and find out the function, correct function to print and call again and again. So basically, yeah, we have to find the length. So let's say end n is equal to uh okay, let's initialize it by 0, and yeah, so this is saying that for character add 0, divide by 0. I don't know, I don't really understand this. But yeah, how would we find length of a string using recursion? So I think again we have to iterate the string, but now we have to find the length. So there is no fixed number, but we will have the base case. So first we were having the base case like array dot length, but now what can we have? Uh, 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 uh. Recursion is kind of difficult. You have to like basically think on and on and on, and then only you're able to grasp it. But okay, let us think about it a bit, and then maybe we can go to solution. If we don't end up getting it right, why are we not getting it right though? Should not be like that. Length of a string. Think about that, brother. How can we cut down the string? All that comes to my mind is for loop always. If there were if there were no issue of time complexity and all that kind of stuff, then I would solve every problem with the for loop. But we'll have to get out of that pattern, that thinking. So we can actually move on and do stuff. But yeah. Length of a string, is it? Can we make something like we did here? But here we just needed the string because we had in condition like if this then print that. But here we don't have. Here we just have a random string which can be anything, and we have to return the length of it. All right, all right. Let me just let me just think about it for a second. Length of a string, right? Uh, what if we just return str.length? Like let's try that. What does this give us? Yo. Let's say system. Yeah. Yeah, that gives us the length, right? But we have to somehow use recursion. Uh, 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 uh. Okay. I don't get this, to be really honest. Let me just move on to the solution for this one as well. Everybody, put your hands up. Okay, so it's basically 4 lines of code, which is saying that if str dot length is equal to 0, then return 0, and then return string length str dot substring of 1 plus 1. Okay, let me just try it again, and it does the same thing. So we are hitting the base case when we have length is 0, then we are just returning 0. And if we don't have the length as 0 already, then we are calling it again. And then we are saying that give me a substring of it, substring of 1, and then add 1 in it. Okay. I really don't understand it. I'll have to. Ancestors. No, I was just looking for ABCD, man. What the fuck? Yeah, but I don't understand the purpose of this question. Maybe I'm dumb. Let me give this to Copilot. Okay. This string.len method is recursive implementation. It's a classic how recursion can solve by breaking the problem. This method allows the fundamental structure of recursion with the base case. Yeah, that I know. When the string is empty, yeah. Okay. This recursive case is where the real work happens. If the method calls itself with a smaller version of the problem, of course. Okay, so it passes a substring that excludes the first character. So this is excluding the first character, and so that's why it's return. It's adding +1 because we are excluding it, so we are counting it as 1. So I think that is because of wind. Let me close it. Yeah, so sometimes it does not close properly and it opens like that. Anyways, so yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, obviously it is inefficient, and for learning recursion concepts, however, this is an excellent example of how recursive thinking works. So no problem. Yeah, yeah, okay. So that explains it. Why? How much time is there? Uh, I think I most probably will have to go to dinner. I knew it was kind of odd time when I started recording because it was like 6:45, 6:50 or something. But anyways, there are two more questions, and I think I'll do that later. Not sure today because today I still need to check the project and make a video about it, make a report, and then submit it. I have not submitted it. Basically, submitting does not matter that much, but what matters is that I have tested the application and nothing is left. Everything is working, and I'm also able to down delete the node modules and virtual environment and all that stuff, and it's still working without it. Not without it, but it's like then I upload it in a zip format and then I download a zip and then run it again, whatever. So that is what matters the most. So I'll try to do that, and there is one issue related to it which I've mailed but I've not gotten reply back. So that's why I said that I may not be able to submit. But once the video and the report and everything is done, checking is done, I'll just keep it in a separate folder, and then whenever I get the reply back via mail, I'll just upload it. So I'll make sure that I do these things tomorrow only in the morning. Maybe I'll do some revision in the morning, and then I'll start recording this, and then solve these two questions, and then move on to divide and conquer or whatever it is. So yeah, we are slowly moving to focusing more on DSA, but there is so many things that we need to revise and keep practicing. So yeah, that is it for today. We solved 3 questions. Sorry for no audio in between because I forgot to turn on the mic again. But yeah, that is about it. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Today was day 22. Thank you for joining if you are watching. And yeah, good night or good day to you. I'll be signing off. We'll have dinner and then probably work on, not probably, definitely work on project. So yeah, that's about it. Good night. Signing off. Bye bye.